Hi. Today's been really fascinating. I've been reflecting the last week or so, and I really became aware that when I've been unwell in the past, it's been very clear for me what my mission is, what my purpose is, what my passion is, and that is getting well, right? And so everything in my life has been aligned toward that goal, getting well, being well. And so I've been quite good at chronic illness, which is a very weird thing to say. I find it weird anyway. But I actually got really good at it, and I got very, very good at healing. So one of the important things to do is to really get a very clear picture, a very clear image in your mind about what you're going to do when you're well, how you're going to be in the world, the kinds of things that you want to do, what your purpose might be, what your passions are, projects that you might have in mind. You know, almost when you retire from illness, what is going to be your purpose? How are you going to spend your time? What is your drive? What is your motivator? If you do that, it's going to make the transition from being unwell to being well a lot easier. So that's the first thing that I would absolutely recommend doing, without a doubt. The second thing is you want to build things up really sustainably. You want to increase your capacity to do and to be in the world slowly, steadily, sustainably, because you want to do it once. You don't want to come back and have a relapse or anything like that. You want to do it well. Excuse me a moment. Echo! Come here! It's my dog. She's just gone AWOL, which is quite normal. Come here, good girl. That's a girl. Come here, darling. Come on. Oh, it's a good girl. Okay. My next suggestion for you too is, I became very aware today that in some ways being unwell really brought out the best in me, and I really liked that part of me. I liked that driven part, the part that was willing to leave no stone unturned to do what I needed to do in order to get well. I really loved that part of me, and it became part of my identity, I suppose. Interestingly, it's part of my identity when I was unwell. Not necessarily part of an illness identity, but it was something I really liked about myself. So then moving and transitioning into being well involved leaving that part of me that I really liked, that I really loved and enjoyed, the part of me that nourished myself, that did what I needed to do, that really took care and responsibility of myself, and that adopted, this optimistic, positive perspective on life. I really loved that part. So becoming well meant letting go of that part of me and developing a non-attachment to it. And this is one of the really hard things about healing, is letting go of how it's been, how you've been, parts of you that have showed up, all of that kind of stuff, and embracing the new. So it almost feels like you're on the precipice. You have to let go of all of the experience, of everything that happened, in order to find a new way of being in the world. And that's like jumping off a precipice into a big dark hole and you don't know what's there. But I can assure you, what is there is even more amazing and incredible and wonderful. It takes a hell of a lot of courage to jump off that precipice. I'm not downplaying that by any stretch of the imagination. I've had to do it a number of times, and I have to say, every time I do it, it feels like the first time, and it's hard, it's challenging, and it feels like the first time all over again. So take heart with that. This leap of faith that you take, and this leap of trust that you take into your new life, into your new way of being, this is where a lot of people get stuck, because they prefer the old and known because it's reliable, they know what to expect, they know how it is, to embracing the new. And this is how some people stay stuck in illness. it's also how some people may relapse. So it's a very, very important and incredibly powerful step. You will only find goodness, you will only find beauty, you will only find more of yourself if you manage to find that courage to take that leap. So that's 3 things that I would encourage you to moodle over, to mull over, to digest, to look at, to consider on your journey to becoming this beautiful, bright, shiny, brilliant, well person that you are already, that just maybe isn't quite being expressed fully yet. Okay, take good care.